Hello students, today we will discuss about the set. Okay, so what is set? Okay, suppose we are not coming directly in our books language. Okay, set means what? Suppose I am taking 3 pens. Okay, I am taking 3 pens, so we can say it is a set. Okay, we can say it is a set which is having 3 pens, means 3 objects. Okay, suppose I am taking two copies. Okay, then it is also a set. It's a copy set. It's a pen set which is having 3 objects, that is pen, 3 pens are there, and it's also a set which is having 2 copies. It's a copy set. Okay, like this way we will discuss about the set. Okay, so set means what? Set means nothing, that means some objects are there, collection of some objects. Okay, so now mathematically, according to our books language, okay, what is set? Set is the collection of well defined objects. Set is the collection of well defined objects. Okay, set is the collection of well defined objects. That I had given the example to you, that collection, first try to understand only this collection of objects. Try to understand this 3 words, meaning of this 2 words, collection of the objects. Okay, and collection of the objects means I had given the example to you, collection of 3 pens, it's a set. Collection of 2 copies, it's a set. Okay, so that collection set means what? Collection of some objects, but the objects should be well defined. The objects should be well defined. Now what is well defined? What is well defined? Okay, so I am taking 2 examples to define the well defined. Okay, I am going to clear you that what is the meaning. I am taking two examples to clear the meaning of well defined. Okay, suppose make a collection of good student. Of your class. Okay, make a collection of good students of your class. Okay, now suppose first boy he is telling, sir, in our class we are having 3 good students only, Ram, Shyam and Geeta. Okay, now second boy he is telling, second boy means second students also. Okay, so he is telling, no sir, in our class we are having only 2 good students, and they are Rita and Geeta. Okay, and third one is telling, third student he is telling what? Sir, in our class there is only 1 student who is very good. Okay, so that is suppose Madhu. Okay, so now you can see here we have taken only 3 students. We have taken the suggestion from the 3 students only, and they had given different suggestion. They had given different suggestion. First boy given 3 students and 3 students are different. Second boy given 2 students are different one, and third students also given third one suggestion. So how you can collect the name of the good student? So is it the way proper way to collect the good student? No. That means I am talking, suppose first one told there are 3 students, second one told there are 2 students, third one there is only 1 student. But to make a collection, all the suggestions should be same. To make a proper collection, all the suggestions should be same. So these are not well defined. Why these are not well defined? Because they are giving different suggestion. So we cannot make a collection of this type of objects. That I have told you, make a collection. So you cannot make a collection of good student of your class. But so it is what? It is not well defined. But I am asking you that make a collection of topper of your class. So what will you do? Make a collection of topper of your class. Okay. So first boy means first student is telling, yeah, it's Ram is the topper. Second students, he will tell also, sir, Ram is the topper. Obviously academic topper, only there is one student only who will be the academic topper. Exactly one student. Third one, same. Third one also will tell, sir, Ram is the topper. Fourth one, he will tell also, sir, Ram is the topper. So from all the students, you will get only one conclusion, that is Ram is the topper only. So here you may make the collection of the topper. Why? Because all the students are giving the same conclusion. All the students are giving the same answer, and that is what? That is Ram is the topper. So here you can make the collection. That the collection is what? The collection is what? Ram only. The collection is what? Ram only. So here it is well defined that you have got a single conclusion. That means it is a well defined. And you can make a set for this type of well defined objects, and you cannot make a set of not well defined objects. You cannot make a set of topper students of your class. That means these are the collection, and whenever we have got a collection, now we can make a set of Ram. Means we can make a set of sorry, this one not of topper of your class. Okay, I have by mistake I have cut it, but it is not. Okay, I was cutting this one. Okay, why I am telling you? So what was I telling? Ram is the topper. So we have got only one conclusion here. So it is well defined, and you can make a set for this type of well defined object, that you have got a collection only one student, and that is only one, that is Ram only, the topper. Then you can make a set of this type of well defined object, but you cannot make a set of not well defined. That this one is not well defined. So you cannot make a set of this type of not well defined objects, not well defined collection. You cannot make a set for this type of not well defined collection, but you can make a set for this type of well defined collection. This is the meaning of well defined. Okay, this is the meaning of well defined. Is it clear? Now Now we have known that what is well defined object and what is not well defined object. Now for the well defined object only we can make a set. Okay, already I told you, for the well defined objects only we can make a set. Now how to make a set? But we first of all we have got the collection of all well defined objects. Already you have got the collection. Now how to make the set of the well defined object? Now set is represented by the capital letter only. Suppose the good student, suppose I was taking the second example, that the set of topper equals to, now we are going to represent the set of topper students of your class. Okay, we are going to represent the set of topper of your class. So set of topper is equals to what? We have got only one student, that is Ram. Okay, now we have to represent the set. We have got the collection, now we have to make it represent as a set. So set, usually we represent set within a capital letter, okay, capital letter. Okay, generally we define a set by the capital letter only. Okay, so taking, suppose A is the set. Okay, set we have to represent by the capital letter only. So suppose we have taken set of topper equal to A. Now how to make the set? First of all we have to take the set notation, and that is what? Curly bracket. This is called the set notation. And in set notation, what is the set? Only we have got one student, that is Ram. Okay, so this is the set of the topper students of your class. That means this is the representation of the set. That means set you can represent by a capital letter only, not a small, by a capital letter only, and this is called the set notation, curly bracket. And suppose I am taking another example of set. Suppose set B is equals to D, E, F, G. Now here set B is equals to what? D, E, F, G. That means these are the collection of well defined object. These are the collection of well defined object. Okay, now these are called what? This is called the set. This is defined the set. Now these are called what? These are called the element of the set. These are called what? Element of the set. Okay, these are called what? Element of the set. And I have written all the elements in capital. You can see all the elements in capital, but in a set you cannot write the elements in capital. Okay, these are called what? Elements. But elements we should write in small letter only, not capital. That means D, E, F, G. Okay, you have to take only small letter whenever it is the element. That means it is the element, then you have to take only small letter. But whenever you will define the set, then you have to take capital letter only. Okay, this is the representation of the set. That means what is the representation of the set? We can represent a set by a capital letter only, and the elements, these are called the elements, and the elements of the set we can represent by the small letter only. Okay, so we can define a set by capital letter only, but elements should be small letter. Okay, we can define a set by the capital letter and elements should be in small letter. Okay, this is the representation of the set. Now already we have known the set. Okay, now how to write a set, means already we have written the set, but there is two way. We are having two ways to define a set. And what are the two ways? That means we have written here set B is equals to this. Now what is the actual way to write the set? That means we can define, means we can write a set by two ways. And what are the two ways? Tabular form and set builder form. Okay, tabular form and set builder form. Okay, now what is tabular form and what is set builder? Suppose I am taking an example. Make a set of vowel of English alphabet. Okay, make a set of vowels of English alphabet. So what have to do? We have to make a set of the vowels of the English alphabet. Suppose we are defining the set by A. And what are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U. So here these are the elements, so we should take here in a small letter A, E, I, O and U. Okay, we have written within a set. So this general form is called the tabular form. Okay, this general form is called the tabular form. We have written this set in tabular form. But if you want to have the set builder form, then how to write? Then now we are making the set builder form. Suppose set we have to define by capital letter, then we have to take the set notation. Now one thing is there, if you are making the tabular form, either tabular form or set builder form, you have to take the notation in both ways. Okay, you have to take the notation, set notation in both ways. So first of all, we have taken the set notation. Then we have to take an element, an arbitrary element, x. You can take any element, x, y, z, everything. Okay, x. Then you have to take such that. This is called the such that. This is called such that. Now you have to define the x. That what is x? Now you have to define. X means what? X means the vowels of the English alphabet. So you have to write here x is the vowel of English alphabet. Okay, so this form is called set builder form. Okay, so to represent the set builder form, what we have done, A means define the set is equals to set notation. Then you have to take any arbitrary element, that any element you can take, then such that, this is called the such that, this is called such that. Then we have to define this element, that what is this element you have to write here. What is this element? X is what? X is the vowel of English alphabet. That means X should be only A, E, I, O and U. X will be only A, E, I, O, U. Why? Because you have written here X is the vowel. Okay, so these are the two ways that you can represent a set. These are the two ways that you can represent a set. This is tabular form and this is the set builder form. Okay, and these don't have to write because I have given the example, I have understanding you, so that I have written. Otherwise, don't have to write. So this is the set builder form and this is the tabular form. In this video, this much only for you, and in next video we will discuss further about the set. Okay, so thank you students for watching my video. Thank you.